Spain, making roughly 1,000 euros a month, which in America is nothing, but in Spain is more than enough to live. I only work 16 hours a week, and I'm able to afford a super nice apartment in the city center of Madrid. Food costs me 20 euros a week. My electric bill is like 30 euros a month. I don't have to worry about gas or a car payment or insurance because the public transportation system is so world class that you don't even need a car at all. Madrid is like the New York of Spain, except if you were living in the city center of New York, you'd have to be making literally at least 5 grand a month, and that's extremely lowballing it. Just their way of life in general, like, is so much more relaxed and just taking time to enjoy life rather than just working constantly. They literally have a siesta in the middle of the day where they take 3 hours to go nap or go to a coffee shop to hang out with friends. Like, the American mind cannot fathom. It's just crazy to me because, like, you've been told growing up your whole life that America's the best country in the world. That's just so far from the truth. And it's, like, very obvious how much worse it is now that I've gotten.
What's the weirdest thing about conservatives?
That they don't believe in facts.
What is a woman?
What is a woman?
Yeah.
Whoever identifies as one, I guess.
But that's not what facts say.
Can't stop thinking about how grass lawns are racist and, like, based in white supremacy. If that doesn't make sense, that's okay, I guess. It seems really obvious to me. It's really upsetting. Bring back weeds. Bring back clover yards. Look, can we just... Can anything just be okay in its natural state, or do we just have to whitewash everything, make it a competition, and use it as a sign of your worth as a human being in society? Like, can we just have weeds?
Men have that women don't.
You don't have an answer because there's literally no answer. Do you know what the laws are? Do you know our amendments? Anything?
When did women get the right to vote?
She doesn't know.
I feel like I feel like
not answering.
I feel like I feel like the questions have been targeted right here this whole podcast
because you don't answer questions.
Do you want to answer the question though?
No.
Because she doesn't know the answer.
Just so I can move it on. Just bullet point 1, 2, 3 things. What are the rights that men have that women don't? Bullet point it. In literally 10 seconds, we can move on. Just bullet point it.
Or one.
Wait, just let her talk. Bullet point it.
One eternity later.
This is why she doesn't like men and why she dates women, because only women will put up with this kind of bratty attitude. No man in his right mind is ever going to...
Please get me out of this place. I'm tired. I'm losing my shit. Tired. I'm fucking tired. I'm fucking tired. I'm fucking tired.
Y'all, what in the white supremacy is going on here? Like, I need y'all to see how big this is. Like, do you see this? Hold on. Yeah, I have to walk around this whole thing so that you can see it. Hold on. Hi. Hello, reporting live. So, you know, you really have to walk. My feet are moving because you have to walk around the whole thing to actually capture this entire white supremacist, like, monument. Like, you have to go. I just did a circle for you all. Cool.
No one is illegal on stolen land. So get all the illegals out of the country bullshit and shove it up your ass. These are made up lines on the earth.
This is my voice before starting HRT, and this is my face before starting laser hair removal. This is my voice 3 months on HRT, and my face after 3 months worth of facial hair removal. My name is Jay, and this is me after 8 months on HRT and all of my laser hair removal treatments. Hi, my name's Jay, and this is me 1 year after starting hormone replacement therapy and after a full round of laser hair removal treatment. It's been life-changing, it's been crazy, and it's been a fun ride. I'm excited to see what the future holds in my transition and in life, and yeah.
What do you think about these women who were murdered by illegal aliens?
Have you considered not yourself on campus?
Your voice confused me, I'll be honest. That was a shocker. That was a shocker. What are your pronouns?
None of your business?
Those are new. I've never heard of that one before. How do I use those?
I don't know. Use Google. Google's free.
Okay, very cool. Well, I can't Google your pronouns, so I'll work on that though. What do you think about the college Republican signs of all the women who were murdered by illegal aliens?
I think I don't have to talk to you.
No, you definitely don't. That's why it was a question. And so why do you want to kick ICE to the curb? You're shaking. Are you okay? Get her. Get his hands. Get his hands.
With the hands.
Conversation's not that scary. I'm not here to scare you. I'm not here to...
See, I'm a furry Therian and otherkin. Therian is basically like mythical creatures and birds. It's more of the aerial type of creatures.
That's otherkin.
No, otherkin is mythical creatures.
I'm kind of Therian because I bark. I can do that stuff.
I swear Tiggs's only purpose on life is just to give me as much stress as possible because this happened. She's an absolute demon in school. I got a phone call the other day because she was messing around in the dining hall because she slipped and a metal pole went between her legs and she screamed really loudly, "Ow, my fucking vagina!" The size of that double chin then. My side profile does not slap. Anyways, in the dining hall full of all the other kids. So that warranted a phone call to moi. But it didn't stop there, no. She then had a full-on meltdown because she thought she was going to start bleeding from her vagina. She doesn't want that. Yeah, no, we know bodily anatomy and she knows what's coming. We've had meltdowns over it. I mean, that's so valid. I'm here for you, girlie, honestly. I can't relate. I don't have the facilities for that. But I'm there for you and I will support you as best I can and I love you. Yeah, but it's going to happen, so get over it. Shit. Anyway, she then went around and proceeded to ask every single female member of staff in the school, "Do you bleed from your vagina?" There's just some things you just don't ask people, kid, and that's probably one of them. So yeah, I love the fact that she has no filter and that she's... Why does she put me through this? That was the funniest, most awkward phone call I've ever had.
Gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and now we are seeing the resist trend of some progressive Americans who are talking about leaving the country, and the whole thing is driven by a mix of the political frustration, economic realities, and also there is also emotional reactions which are influenced by the current climate, and we see that many of them feel that the United States of America has become too hostile and unstable, and they use strong terms like fascism or the claim that democracy is under threat. And we see that those concerns often come from the kind of constant exposure to political content, media narratives, and also social media discussions that amplify the fear and the urgency. And we see that over time, that whole thing creates a sense that the country is heading in the wrong direction, and even if their daily lives may not reflect what the kind of crises are, now we see they get to be influenced by that. Let's get to see the rest of reactions that I've made for us, and I'll be back with more commentary. Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
All right, Mega. You can have it. You can have the whole damn thing, the whole damn country. You and friggin' Trump, that whole administration can go to hell. I've had enough of you guys. You know, all I ever do is come in and ask questions. And you guys are just as mean as snakes, man. As mean as you can friggin' be. We've had enough. My wife and I are selling our place. And we're moving. We're gonna friggin' move to Mexico, man. I'm so tired of you guys. My wife is in the house right now, bawling her friggin' eyes out because of you guys. What the hell's the matter with you? Where's your humanity? You can have it. I'll tell you what. Mark my words on this. Trump's going down. That whole administration is. And I'll watch it from afar. And furthermore, I'm not going anywhere. You know what? I'm going to be here for it. I'm going to be here for when the administration falls. You guys crawl into your little holes and you hide and try to act like you had nothing to do with it. Because they're going down. It's only a matter of time now. I can see it. We can all see it. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, I'm making this video. If you saw my last video, I might be repeating some same points. My brain is absolutely fried from all of this. And I just want to give some direction and try to figure out what we're gonna do next, because I can't stay here anymore. I'm terrified of the political and social climate of America. I can't afford anything. Not to mention I'm not married. And even if, because I do have a fiance, even if we did plan to get married, we would not do it in the States. I don't want my marriage recognized by the federal government in the US or the government in the US in general. But I did want to make this video kind of explaining like what my next steps are and kind of going over a couple of other things that I feel are not helpful and a couple of things that I feel.
It's terrible and inhumane. It's deplorable that the U.S. president is doing that.
I think it's awful, really, just to send people back after they have a life here.
That number sounds crazy.
I'm speechless. I thought we were doing fine before he became president.
Hey guys, this is Matt Miller with Political. Today I'm here in Georgetown in liberal Washington, D.C., and we're asking people, what is their response to the fact that Donald Trump has deported 3.1 million illegal immigrants so far? The catch is, Obama is the one who deported 3.1 million illegal immigrants. Trump hasn't. He's deported 400,000 with 1.6 million self-deporting. Let's see if people switch up their answers and reactions when they find out Obama more than 6x'd Trump's deportation record. Trump has deported 3.1 million illegal immigrants so far. What is your response to that?
I'm speechless. I thought we were doing fine before he became president. And I feel great sympathy for the people who are sent to countries that they don't even know.
Democrats have said that this is inhumane, it's unprecedented. Would you agree with that?
I would, yes.
Trump has deported 3.1 million illegal immigrants. What is your take on that?
Well, that's awful. I didn't know about it. You're just telling some news. I think it's awful, really, just to send people back. They have a life here. I just think it's awful.
A lot of Democrats are saying that it's unprecedented and it's even illegal. Do you agree with that?
I think so. I think it's illegal.
I mean, I think it's terrible and inhumane, and I think that the world deserves answers, and I think that it's deplorable that the U.S. president is doing that to his own citizens currently.
And a lot of Democrats have echoed that, and they've said that this is unprecedented, it's illegal. Agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
So actually, President Obama deported 3.1 million illegal immigrants. Trump has deported 400,000, and 1.6 million have self-deported. So much more have self-deported. Does that change? Are you still speechless or disturbed by Obama's?
I am speechless because of the way he is doing it. It's inhumane, it's disrespectful, and I think a lot of it may be illegal.
How is it different than the way Obama is doing it, in your view? Because Obama used ICE to deport people, families, and...
I'm afraid I couldn't speak on that because I don't have the information.
But in your mind, how is it different to what Obama did in any way?
President Trump is very self-centered, egotistical, and seems beyond the rule of law.
But I don't understand. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to understand what you're saying. You said you were speechless and it was bad that Trump deported 400,000, but...
It's not the number, it's the process. How is Trump doing this?
He's using ICE.
He's rounding up people, sending them to countries that they didn't come from. He is sending in the National Guard in ways that people have asked him not to, but he doesn't listen.
Well, that's a separate matter because that's dealing with crime and activists, protesters, Antifa.
In Chicago, he says that they should be locked up because they're not protecting ICE.
Yeah, militants are attacked.
Post the real shit. So here's the real shit. I am leaving this country.
the United States in 213 days. My son and I are moving there, and I am spending day after day researching schools, where to live, how to afford this, visas, taxes, everything. And I'm angry. I'm angry because I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to leave this place. I shouldn't have to walk away from everything I know. But between, my son got death threats in school recently, and we know what that can escalate to, and of course the schools aren't handling it the way they should. Between looking for jobs for, month after month after month, with everything that's going on, with what they're doing to immigrants, with what we are doing to other countries, I can't be here anymore. I can't breathe here. I am sitting here, though, worried because I've got 2 other kids who are in college here, and they're not ready to leave. And I want to make sure that I've got a place where they can make a soft landing if they need to get out. I am dealing with all of this, and none of us should have to. And I know that there are people that can't leave, and I'm sorry. I am. That doesn't mean you get angry at those who can. I also empathize with the countries that are being inundated with immigrants. I am sorry. But I grew up in an immigrant-heavy city. I loved it. I loved the diversity and everything. I'm not trying to ask anyone to assimilate to me. Okay, I am moving, and I expect to fully have to assimilate into that culture as much as I possibly can. But for 1 second, understand why people are leaving. This isn't just like a gimmicky thing. I'm not just leaving because ooh, Spain's cool. It is, and it's beautiful. But that's not it. We're literally escaping fascism. And you're not here, and I know you're not privy to everything that people are going through here. And we can talk about that on other videos, but I am just telling you, this is becoming an absolutely inhospitable place for people. And it's time to go. But oh my gosh, I shouldn't have to. And this is so freaking hard. And I haven't even really started yet. I guess I have, but I haven't. I don't know. Anyway, I'm rambling. But if you want real, this was real.
From the clips that we've seen that major reason which is actually dominating the reasons to flee is the cost of living. We've seen that cities in United States of America can be very expensive, especially when it comes to rent, healthcare, education. And we've seen that when these individuals come to compare their situation to places like Madrid or the European cities rather, they see cheaper housing, they see a more stable lifestyle, and we see that they are having more accessible public services, and there is also slower pace of life. Like life is not making them to be pacing each and every time. So this makes the reckoning look more attractive than their homeland. So, however, that comparison is often made from the positioning of privilege, since many of them can work remotely and earn income, which is tied to United States economy while they are living in a cheaper country. So they can work from, Madrid, the European cities, and earn in dollars. So that's why they are seeing that kind of comparison. Well, you can work from a cheaper country and earn income which is tied to United States of American economy. So this creates an easier transition that is not available to most immigrants. We also see that lifestyle also plays a bigger role. We see that European cities are often described as more relaxed, more social, and also less work driven, because we've seen that people are feeling this kind of a burnout by the fast pace and also the competitive environment of the United States of America. And now that kind of difference can be very appealing because they begin to associate moving abroad with better quality life. even if they have not fully got to experience the long-term realities of living in another country, such as integration challenges, the cultural shock, language barriers, and also different job markets. So that's where we see they get to tend to move to those other cities. And also we've seen there is also this kind of unnoticeable gap in how people understand political issues. We see that when it comes to decisions about migration, for example, we see that many strongly criticize strict policies when they believe that they are connected to certain political figures. But when the same policies or statistics are linked to leaders, and those leaders they get support, then the reaction becomes less clear and more defensive. Now, this suggests that opinions are sometimes shaped more by political identity than consistent understanding of the facts, and it gets to highlight how easily narratives can influence perception without a deeper analysis. We also see that there is also emotional response is another important factor because we've seen that the constant flow of negative news, online debates, and also the political conflict can create anxiety and also frustration amongst people because we see that for some people, leaving the country feels like a way to escape that pressure. It becomes less about practical escape. We see that that whole pressure becomes less about practical and necessity actually, and more about finding a sense of control and sense of relief. However, that kind of discussion in sometimes it may end up without fully um, considering the complexities of starting over in a new country, because it may start over in a new country which has that kind of life that you want. But if you've not fixed the way you handle money, then you will still fall back into debt. So you will not have solved anything because you don't just have to move to another country as a restart button. You have to also work on your habits. And that kind of a decision to live is also influenced by a combination of real concerns and personal preferences too, because we've seen that political dissatisfaction, high living costs, and also the desire for a different lifestyle, and also the emotional fatigue, they all play a bigger role. But in many cases, the reasoning is not always consistent or deeply examined, because which is why it often draws criticism and also skepticism from a lot of people. Another reason behind that is also this whole trend and influence of the online communities. We've seen that there is also social validation. Yeah, there is social validation, and many people and many of those decisions are not made in isolation. We see that people see others announcing their plans, and when you see someone's plan to leave the country and they share the kind of highlights, the reels, and so the life they are doing abroad, then you get to perceive that whole thing, you praise it, and also you support it. So this creates kind of momentum where we see that leaving the country starts to look like it is something which is right or even expected move within certain circles instead of being a deeply personal and careful planned decision making. Then you just turn to the wave and you also start moving too. There is also the issue of unrealistic expectation because you see that moving to another country is often simplified into visuals of good weather, nice apartments, and a relaxed lifestyle. But the hard part is the legal process, the taxes, cultural differences, and also job limitations and the long term stability, which are rarely discussed with the same energy. And as a result, we see that some people build an idealized version of life abroad, and that may not hold up over time. So, when expectations are based more on perception than reality, then we see that the decision to live becomes less about informed planning and more about chasing an image, because we know that when people visit a country, they get the tourist's view of how life is there. They are exposed to cheap places, but you know that when they're there, they are not paying tax because they've gone there as tourists. So they just pay, and the life seems so nice, but they forget that there are system which works there, and the people in that country are also being oppressed by system because there is no system in the world that tends to be so lenient to their people. Well, let us know what you think about these mass exodus which is happening right now in comments down below, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel.